Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be an all drugstore quick get ready with me, something simple. I have a friend that she stays at home. She's the caregiver for her husband who is ill, and she asked me if I would do something that would be something quick that she can do at home just so that she can feel a little better. So I decided that why not? There's times when all of us, we just don't feel like doing a whole glam look. We just want something simple to hang around the house or to go run some errands. And it doesn't have to be like a whole full face full of makeup. So this is going to be all drugstore. It's going to be all affordable. I'm going to try to do it as simple and as quickly as possible so that you see that you don't have to spend a lot of time. Okay, I have already put moisturizer on my face, and I also put some primer, and the primer that I'm using is by the Revlon, and it's the one that is photo ready, and it's a light pink one, which is supposed to help blur your pores, and I do like it. I do like this one. It's one of the best pore blurring primers in the drugstore that I've been able to find. And now the foundation that I'm using is matte, so I'm going to use a little bit of this Flower Beauty. This is the Supernova Celestial Skin Elixir, and if you can see it, it looks glittery, but when you put it on your face it really isn't, but it does give you a nice glow. So I'm going to put just a little bit of that on my face so that the foundation is not super matte, and I'm just putting this much. Smells pretty nice, and it feels a little bit like a kind of like a dry oil. It is not, I don't find it oily. I just find it very nourishing and moisturizing, and I do like to use it whenever I am going to use a foundation that could be thick and matte, because I feel that this gives me a little bit of hydration and a little bit of glow so that my foundation doesn't look all cakey. Okay, the foundation I'm using today is by e.l.f. and this is very affordable. This is like $6, and I use it quite often. So I'm going to put a pump. Yeah, I'm back. I'm going to put a pump on my hand and kind of distribute it through my face, and then I'm going to go over it with a brush. But I use beauty sponges all the time, so you can use whatever you want, and then if I feel that I need to build it a little more, I will. This is one of the Almay Cosmetics brushes that we received in Boxycharm, and I like it. It's very nice. It's not super dense, but it's dense enough that I think it does a good job with foundation. So I want to start my video by thanking each and every one of you that is in the healthcare business or profession that has been out there front lines helping all of us that need help. You guys are the heroes. You have to go out there, you know, whether you're taking a chance on getting ill or not, and I think that that is fantastic, and I respect you, and I want to thank you. And also for those of you that still have to go out to work, my hat goes off to you. I started working from home this Monday, and I like it actually. So I'm going to put a little more foundation where I have my darkest spots, and to tell you the truth, I have a hard time covering those unless I use some kind of corrector first. But I wanted to do this, not everybody has corrector, and I wanted to do this in a fashion that what most of us will probably have in the house. And if you notice, I have not put any foundation under my on my lower, under my eyes. Can't even think, because I try to put as little product there as I can so that it doesn't become all creasy and, you know, heavy, and it can make me look older. So if I'm going to use concealer, which 99% of the time I do, I think I only have one foundation that I actually don't have to use concealer with it. Can't remember if it's the Huda one. It may be the Huda one. That if I wear it under my eyes, it covers enough that I don't have to use concealer. But just about everything else I do. Okay, so still you can see my spots peeking through, but that's all I'm gonna do with that. Now it's gonna cover, I'm gonna cover a little bit of that with a concealer. Alright, and the concealer that I am using today is going to be the one that I talk to you guys about all the time, which is the One Drop Coverage by Catrice. And it brings a dropper, but I never have to take anything out of the dropper because it's with what's on the outside is enough. And I'm also going to use that to as my primer, because a lot of us don't own eye primer. So I wanted to do it so that if you don't have an eye primer, you know, you can just do it with your concealer. Now I always, except for that one foundation, have to wear concealer because my dark circles, as I have gotten older, really show up a lot. So I have to wear concealer. And I try to use something like this one is very thin. And as you can see, I didn't use that much. And it gave me pretty good coverage. Now it's like, I tell you, it's like 8 o'clock at night. So I never record this late. But I didn't have time to record this weekend. So I wanted to put something up for you guys. I know that I find comfort in watching YouTube videos, and the distraction is welcomed. And this is a distraction for me also. So if you want to put a little bit more where you see that you still have a little bit of darkness, you can. I always start with just a tiny bit, and then I add if I feel like I need it. But if you don't, I mean, some people, their dark circles are not that visible. If you do it with your finger, you do get a lot more coverage than if you do it with a brush or a sponge. And I'm just going to take it a little lower to where my dark spots are. So this morning, it was so funny. I'm taping this on Wednesday the 25th. And it was like 9 o'clock in the morning. I woke up around 7:30. I made some coffee and I started working. And around 9 o'clock, my boss, the office administrator, texted myself and the other manager to see if we had, you know, a minute available for a phone call, just so that we can touch base and see what everybody's doing. So we both said sure. Well, we didn't realize he meant right then. Seems like I hadn't even finished sending my text saying sure when he was FaceTiming. So I have no, thank God I combed my hair because I had the troll look going on. But I did comb my hair. You know, I washed my face, brushed my teeth, comb my hair. Oh, I'm using, I'm sorry, the e.l.f. press powder. And this one is pretty nice. I think this is in Fair Light because I don't really want coverage. I just want to use it as a setting powder. And I'm using a small brush. So anyway, when I picked up the line, I said, good morning. I said, you got me at my best. I said, no makeup. And he goes, that's all right. I'm not wearing makeup either. So then the other manager joined in. Well, she wasn't wearing makeup either, so that made me feel better. And she's looking at me. I'm looking at her. And we're like, that was one of the nice things about working from home. Not having to get up first thing in the morning and putting on makeup. Okay, I'm going to use the same powder to set my face a little bit. I'm not going to put a lot of powder on. But if you see that I did a good job under my eyes. It's not a thick powder. I don't find any scent. So I like it. It's nice. It's very affordable also. I think it may be $6. I'm not sure. I'm going to link everything below. And you guys should be able to see the prices. Alright, so I'm going to take the brush that I used to set my under eye and kind of set my concealer. I have to do that, otherwise the shadow will drag, and then you can see where it kind of skips on my mature eyelids. So in order to avoid that, I just always set my primer, or in this case a concealer, with a powder. Alright, and I'm going to use this cute little palette that I have from e.l.f. And this is $3. They have like, I want to say like maybe 6 different ones. I have this one and one that is called jalapeno, which has really pretty greens. But I wanted to do something because this is a little more neutral, and I think this is more, I think more people will gear towards this one than the other one that has like the bright greens. So I am going to start with this shade right here in my crease, and I'm going to take just a fluffy brush, and I'm going to use as few brushes as possible because I know that a lot of people don't own a lot of brushes. So I'm not going to be using like a lot of different ones. I'm going to try to stick to like 2 or 3 brushes at the most. And Real Techniques has really nice affordable brushes. Also e.l.f. I like the e.l.f. ones. These are Morphe, and to tell the truth, I'm not Morphe. You always get these weird hairs that they go all over the place. I'm not impressed with Morphe. I'd rather get a Sigma than a Morphe. But the e.l.f. with the black handle are very nice. I really don't care that much for the white handle. I don't think those are the same quality. Those are like $1. And then the ones in the black handle, they start at $3 for like the eye pencils. And then if you want like face brushes. If you want like face brushes, they are a little more, but they're still very reasonable. Also, Real Techniques has really nice ones. Profusion has really nice, affordable brushes. And you really don't need a lot. I have quite a few of them because I'm lazy when it comes to washing them. This is a very light shade. I mean, someone with maybe a lighter skin tone will probably show up more on them. On me, it looks pretty neutral. Okay, I'm going to use the same brush, and I'm going to take this really dark brown one and kind of pack it on my outer V right here. And I'm just kind of stamping it. Take a little more. You may want to tap your brush before you go to apply the shadow on your eye, so that any excess powder you can, will fall off the brush, and that way you won't have as much fallout on your face. And if you tap your brush very gently, that usually eliminates. It's when you go ham on your eye and you have a lot of product on your brush that you end up with a lot of fallout. But I always like to take a little bit at a time and build it rather than clean up, because I always do my face first. And I don't know, I just have a hard time doing it the other way around. You know how it is, we're creatures of habit. So anyway, yeah, this is the 3rd day that I work from home, and I like it. I don't like the fact that I feel like, it's funny because I can be home for 3 days straight and not have a problem. But if I'm doing it because I have to, then it's almost like you feel like, I don't want to be home. I want to be able to go to like the grocery store or the drugstore or Target or... It's so funny because, I mean, there's been many times when I spend, 2 or 3 days at home without going out anywhere. Usually on Friday afternoons and like Saturdays, that's when I do most of my filming. And I spend a lot of time at home so that I can get my filming done. I'm going to take this other brush. It's more like not really a flat brush, but I'm going to go over that first shade that I had on. Just kind of like taking it just to blend the edge of the brown. It is a little powdery, but I really don't have any fallout on my face, so that's okay. Okay, now I'm going to take this little shadow, this pink one right here. And I don't have colors. These, I don't see any shade colors. And I'm going to apply with my finger. So this is a very subtle neutral look. And if I'm not talking, I can really get this down a lot faster. Had a big chunk there. All right, and now I'm going to take this other one that is even lighter and go on the inner part of my lid. Going to go back to the pinky one. Okay, then I'm going to take this brush right here and go back into the brown and just kind of marry the brown. Oh, I didn't put the light color on this eye. Okay, that's not smart. Got it all over. Okay, now the pinky one. And now the brown one. Okay, I'm going to take one of these really thin brushes and I'm going to go, see, they're kind of powdery, but they're not too bad. I mean, they didn't make a mess under my eye. I'm going to take it on the very tip and kind of take a little bit of the brown under my lash line, my lower lash line. I'm not going to take it all the way in. And just so that it meets the brown on the lid. Okay, I got some of that shadow on my, like right here, so I'm going to try to clean that up. I really don't want that so shiny way down there. And concealer is a great eraser. Okay, now I have an eyeliner. And it's this one right here, and this one is by, it's a Sephora one, but they're very affordable. I also have like the same, basically the same colors in like a Milani, I think it was. But this one was out, so I picked it up. And I just want to brighten it a little bit. Give it a pop of color. You can use whatever color. You can go for purple, blue, black, brown. But I just thought that a brighter color. I'm going to take a little bit just on the lower lash line, but not thick. This does have a well, it did have a smudger, but I just kind of like broke it. Other side. Come on, pencil, work with me. These pencils from Sephora are very nice. And again, they're very affordable. I think they're like $8. And they put them on sale pretty often. So that makes them pretty much drugstore price. Because even like the Maybelline pencils, they're probably about that much. Or close to it. Again, I'm not going to put any eyeliner on the top. Okay, I'm going to do my brows now, and I don't want to do a pencil because I know a lot of us probably don't have the time if we just staying home or we don't want to do it. So I have this Almay, and this is a tinted, it's a medium brown tinted brow gel. And look at the brush, how little it is. So even if you don't have a lot of brows, this brush is so precise that you really will have no problems whatsoever. So, I mean, my brows are a little short, and I normally lengthen them a little bit when I use a pencil. But if I'm in a hurry, many times I just use this. And it will do enough for my brows that I don't need to worry about it. Like any sparse areas that you have, this will help you. Like I have a spot right here on the very top, and this will help you cover it up. See, I think this does a good enough job. You don't always need a pencil. So I'm going to use this is the Essence Eye Primer. I'm going to use it on one eye and not use it on the other so that you guys can see the difference. This is a new one, so it's like kind of thin now. It does seem to thicken up a little bit as it's open for a few days. And I never put any on my lower lashes, just on my top lashes. I've tried before, but it makes them like very thick. So I don't really like them like that. And I'm using the Essence Lash Princess Mascara, the one in the black and green tube. And I normally don't use this mascara on my lower lash line because it does smudge. But since I'm going to bed pretty soon, I mean, after I finish this video, I'm going to go wash my face and I'll be done for the night. So it doesn't really matter. See? Yes. Actually, today they look about the same with the primer and without, because the primer is so thin right now since it's brand new. My hair did not want to cooperate today. As you can see over here, it's like it wants to go every which way. And this hair is so used to going behind my ear that I have to fight for it to stay in the front. Alright, so let's clean this up and probably use concealer again. See, concealer is a great eraser. It covers up all your sins. You just go over it with a powder brush. Okay, now when I do my makeup on video, I usually use bronzer and all that. But to tell you the truth, when I'm home, when I'm just gonna hang around the house, when I may have like just a few errands to do, I don't wear all that. I just put on some blush and call it a day. So this is from LA Girl, and this is called the Blush Babed Blush Palette. And look how pretty this is. Now this one to me, whoops, this one looks like a bronzer, but then the other three look like blushes. This one could be a bronzer also. Well, I think it can go as a blush, but I think this is so pretty. And this is very affordable. So I am going to use it as, I think I'm going to use this one right here as my blush. I am not going to put any bronzer today, because I just don't think that that's something that we all do all the time. Most of us probably don't. Maybe if you're gonna go, like, you know, out to dinner or something, you may go with the extra steps, but even to go to work and stuff like that, I don't wear bronzer and highlighter all the time. Usually just blush. So this is very pretty. It's very pigmented, so you only have to like tap your brush, but I think it's very pretty. Now if you do decide you want to go a little extra and you want to use highlighter, this is a very pretty one from Maybelline, and this one is called, it's 110 Dolce Perla, and it's very, very pretty. It is very subtle. You can see it like right here, right there. And it's very subtle. It's a very pretty highlighter. And I'm just going to put a little bit. I do this all the time, don't I? Trying to find a mirror where there isn't one. And as you can see, it just gives you like a little bit of a glow. But it doesn't look, it's not glittery. It is very soft. And it's very, very pretty. And then again, I take my blush brush and kind of like just go right over the edge so that it's together with. Now if you want to, which I do this sometimes even if I'm not wearing bronzer on my face, I do like to take a little bit of it. I'm gonna take a little bit of this and just kind of like go under my neck. And this is quick, and I mean, you can't mess up unless you go really heavy. Okay. Now for lipstick, I'm gonna wear the one from this is the what is it called? Well, this is an Essence lip liner, but this one is the Loreal. This is Sublime Red, and this is the H Define line that they have. But this is a very inexpensive pencil. I think it's like $2.99 from Essence. Oh. And you're supposed to stay within the line. I'm gonna fill in like the end. Guys, this hasn't been recording. I've been talking to myself. So anyways, this is a lipstick that I use. This is the one from L'Oreal. And this has like a white core in the middle. I think you can maybe see a little bit of it. That is supposed to be like a lip treatment. This lipstick is very, very comfortable. It doesn't last all day, but it does have a nice long wearing time. I really do enjoy it. It's one of the products from that age defying line that I actually enjoy. Yeah, so it felt good to get behind the camera to do this video for you. I've been missing filming. I know that this lipstick had a fuzz in my mouth. I like this look. I think that is you know, it's subtle, it's neutral, but it's very pretty. You can wear it with a pink lipstick or a mauve lipstick, and I think it will look beautiful. I wanted to wear something bright. I haven't worn makeup since Friday, so it's been like 5 days. And I really wanted 6 days. And I really wanted something bright on my face. I love red lipstick. It's probably my favorite shade of lipstick. I own different red lipsticks because they're not all the same. And those of you that love lipstick, you know that's true. So I hope that you enjoyed this. You know, a lot of us creators have debated whether we should post videos or not. But I think that as a subscriber, I enjoy watching videos and I love the distraction. And this was therapeutic for me to film, to talk to you guys. I really enjoy the connection that we have, to talk to each other through the comments. And I am so sorry for some of the comments. It has taken me a long time to get back to you. Life is crazy, but I do get back to you. I do read them. Sometimes I just put a heart and then I go back and I'll add a comment to it. But rest assured that I do read all of your comments. I love going back and forth with you guys. For those of you that are new to my channel, welcome, and thank you so much for joining my channel and giving me an opportunity. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you on my next one. I love you guys. Stay safe. Bye. Mwah.